Pro-Wike lawmakers in tears after realizing they have been deceived like G5 governors. Hello viewers and welcome to InfoGist TV. So much has happened within the People's Democratic Party (PDP) before, during and after the last general elections in 2023, particularly since the emergence of former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar as the presidential candidate of the party. Indeed, the emergence of the Turaki Adamawa then threw up a crisis that pinched the leadership of the party against a group tagged Integrity Group, comprising of G5 governors led by the former governor of Rivers State and now Minister of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT), Nyesom Wike. Others were former governors Samuel Ortom of Benue State, Okezie Ikpeazu of Abia State, Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi of Enugu State, and Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State. The crisis within the party, which once claimed to be the largest in Africa, saw members of the Integrity Group working against the party, most especially during the presidential elections, with the party losing the states governed by the G5 governors. For political observers, between the last general elections and now, nothing has changed on the part of the members of G5 governors, as they continue to seize every opportunity to get at the presidential candidate of the party, Atiku Abubakar. Now, while the leader of the group, Wike, is a prominent member of the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress (APC), former Governor Ortom, on his part, has openly said the G5 governors would support the presidential and second-term ambitions of President Tinubu in 2027. Makinde, who is the only serving governor among the G5 governors, has however taken the beef against Atiku. The G5 governors were meeting because of power for themselves. The Southwest governors meet because of progress for their people. Big difference. Look at Ondo. The Akeredolu issue would have spiraled out of control if it occurred elsewhere. But the Southwest governors, principally led by Makinde, who is not even from the same party as Akeredolu, met and brought the state back from the abyss. The court, presided over by Honorable Justice Charles Wale, also restrained the affected lawmakers from meeting or sitting at the auditorium of the House of Assembly quarters, located off Aba Road, Port Harcourt, or any other place whatsoever to carry out or purport to carry out the legislative business of the Rivers State House of Assembly, as their legislative seats have been declared vacant pending the hearing and determination of the motion and notice. The suit was filed by the newly elected factional Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Victor Okujumbo, and the two other lawmakers. The Rivers State High Court has finally come to rescue of the Constitution and democracy which Amehule and his conspirators have brazenly violated and trampled on with reckless abandon. As we have always insisted, the seats of those respective four former lawmakers had become vacant by virtue of the provisions of Section 109, Sub 1G of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, as amended, when they defected from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the All Progressive Congress (APC) since last year. Now, for emphasis, Section 109, Sub 1 of the 1999 Constitution provides that a member of a House of Assembly shall vacate his seat in the House if sub G, being a person whose election to the House of Assembly was sponsored by a political party, he becomes a member of another political party before the expiration of the period for which that House was elected. As if their desecration of the Constitution and democracy was not enough, those defiants had, before being restrained by the Real State Court, committed a lot of aberrations by making laws that were inimical to good governance and economic development of the state. It is on the note that during their period of impunity, Amehule and his team of clowns attempted to illegally extend the tenure of local government chairmen just a few weeks to the expiration of their tenure in an abuse of the legislative process that could not be enforced, which was the height of legislative rascality and a coup against democracy that was dead on arrival. They had also overridden the assent of Governor Similaye Fubara to pass the Rivers State Public Procurement Amendment Bill 2024. To them, the Rivers State Public Procurement Amendment Bill 2024 sought to delete Section 3 of 2021 Amendment Law to ensure that mobilization fee of not more than 20% of any contract sum is paid to suppliers or contractors, supported by a contract performance bond. How on earth could 20% be enough for any serious government contractor to mobilize to site and commence work? But all that is over now, with the timely intervention of the High Court through the declaration that their seats are vacant, and they cannot further engage such stagnations. Rivers State Governor Similaye Fubara has boasted that all the actions of his government in the ongoing political crisis in the state are guided by the rule of law. He said his government has decided to follow its course lawfully to the end, insisting that he was already ahead of his detractors. Fubara urged supporters and all Rivers people to ensure violence and conduct themselves in compliance with the rule of law, boasting that he was already on top of the situation. Fubara said that he would continue to lead the state with fear of God and guided by the laws of the land, promising that he would not let Rivers people down, including all those who believed in his leadership. The governor said the people were with him, not noting that his detractors were boasting that he had no assembly member and local government chairman supporting his administration. We do not have any assembly member, like they said. We do not have any local government chairman or chairman, like they said. But we have the people. Having the people is the most important thing. I assure the people that we will not disappoint them. We lead as a government that has the fear of God purposefully for the people. I assure you that we would not let you down, would not bring any form of disgrace. But I am not asking you to be violent. No need for it. The most important thing is, of course, our course. We will follow it lawfully to the end, and by the special grace of God, we are on top of the situation. Solomon Bob, a member of the House of Representatives from Rivers State, has asked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu not to protect Governor Similaye Fubara from being removed from office. The lawmaker, who represents Abua Odua Ahoda East Federal Constituency of Rivers State, said that Mr. Fubara has committed several impeachable constitutional breaches and urged Mr. Tinubu to allow the law to make its course. He alleged that the governor has disrespected the Rivers State House of Assembly by spending money without its approval, remove any protective cover for Governor Similaye Fubara of Rivers State, and allow the law to take its course on the governance and management of resources of the state, Mr. Bob said in a statement. Governor Fubara has no respect for President Tinubu. I can tell you that. Forget about all his public posturing. He only fears him. That's all. If he could thumb his nose at the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, His Excellency Dr. Nyesom Wike, who brought him out of nothing, imagine what he would do to Tinubu. He, Fubara, begged for the December settlement brokered by the president. He benefited more than anyone from it. In fact, he is the only beneficiary, but see how he has trashed it. He paid people to challenge the settlement in court, including the so-called Rivers elders. The only term of agreement he pretended to honor was the reappointment of commissioners who resigned, but he made them effectively redundant to the point where they had to resign again. He finally came out recently to denounce the settlement as unconstitutional, Mr. Bob said.